Hi, my name is Charlie Sullivan, and this is my client presentation. The purpose of this presentation is to go one step further than the creative strategy brief and really bring my campaign to fruition with the use of visuals and convincing evidence as to how my target demographic will interact with my campaign. To start, let me introduce my brand, Taco Bell. Taco Bell on social media is currently thought of as a bit out there. They bolster a weird, witty, and even irreverent personality. Irreverent? You may be surprised to hear that. But yes, Taco Bell often plays a bad boy attitude and shows a lack of respect even in some interactions. But the most important thing to take note of is that Taco Bell is just being themselves. They aren't trying to pretend to be somebody that they aren't. This authentic way of expressing themselves is what makes Taco Bell's brand so strong. Taco Bell focuses on target demographics that share the same value as them. My favorite way to grasp the concept of a brand is to think of them as a person. The way they talk and act, their interests and morals, and all the other human qualities you can personify to a company. Now think of Taco Bell. What type of person would they be? And once you have that image in your head, the most important question comes next. Would you want to be friends with that person? This is the overall concept of a brand and the brand culture. People follow and share brands that move them and really speak to them on more than just one of the five senses. A strong brand uses as many of the senses as they can to promote as much of an impression as they can. Taco Bell is not in control of their brand culture. Compiled stories and events make up what customers think and feel when they hear their brand name. My campaign will bring a whole new target demographic to the table for Taco Bell by promoting feelings of nostalgia, belonging, as well as understanding. With that said, I'd like to introduce my new service that my team and I will be launching in our upcoming campaign, a cardless and cashless payment method. The new feature allows you to purchase your meal without having any form of traditional payment method on your person. How might you ask? Because the campaign is derived around the idea of customers downloading the Taco Bell app, signing up for the service, and inputting their payment method. Once activated, the customer can eat and spend at will, all with just a touch of their smartphone. Alright, so I know this technology isn't revolutionary. We see Apple Pay and Venmoing allowing for mobile payments at merchants, but what makes this campaign different is the inspiration and messaging behind it. Taco Bell will utilize the power of the five senses to really sell their story and brand behind this feature. The message of the campaign? Understanding. The idea behind the campaign and its understanding of its target market is meant to be broadcast to people who had not previously been a target market. People who don't have money. I'm not talking about people who are impoverished. I'm talking about the person that forgot their wallet at home, doesn't have any money on them at the time, and is desperate to find food in a time that seems impossible. My target demographic is unique because it really isn't a person. It's a moment. It's the moment when you need the helping hand most. The moment when you need someone to understand. The moment when you need Taco Bell. This target demographic has immense potential because it does not show bias towards age, gender, religion, etc. Every human can relate to the message that my campaign is promoting: nostalgia, belonging, desperation, understanding, etc. The target market will interact with my project through personal connection with the feeling my campaign promotes. Now, it's easy to get lost in branding, especially on social media, when you're trying to please hundreds of thousands of people. But it's important to note, you're not trying to please everyone. It's still about the personalized message that is interpreted by each customer. The goal is to make a strong enough connection with as many individuals as you can. If a lot of individuals consistently connect with your message, boom, you have your following and your brand culture. Your brand is a reflection of what people think about you and not what you think about yourself. This Robin Hood-esque persona of giving back to the people that need it most is a very powerful brand image that Taco Bell can adopt. We can implement hashtags, posts, and images related to "no money, no problem," or "we get it," or "food for all." This is a great brand culture for Taco Bell to step into because, like I mentioned earlier, the target market is not a person. It is a moment and a feeling that every person out there can get. My team and I recommend that Taco Bell unveils this campaign in future consistently across their social media accounts. Some examples of social media posts would be using polls and surveys paired with aesthetically pleasing visuals on Instagram. Twitter could be utilized to increase awareness by incorporating new hashtags, as I mentioned above, food for all, no money, no problem, or we get it, to feed into the trends around the campaign. Facebook is a great platform for games. We could develop games that customers could then use to earn rewards or credit towards the customer's account. All these convey the same feeling of understanding. As for measuring the success of this campaign, it will come relatively easy because the campaign revolves around people downloading the Taco Bell app, signing up for the feature. This can be tracked for metrics in ways of app downloads, number of registrations, number of transactions, and the most important, dollars in sales. We'll measure effectiveness based off of these statistics. Overall, my team and I feel that promoting a feeling and/or memory will go a long way in interacting with the target market. Taco Bell will hopefully promote memories and feelings that customers want to share. And we learned through the course that people only share what moves them. And there's no better way to connect with and move someone when they need a helping hand.